In 1997, Garry Kasparov played 40 moves against the most powerful computer on Earth. He didn't write a single note. He didn't pause to review. Every position, every threat, every counter, already loaded, already mapped, already permanent. You can't do that, not yet, because nobody taught you how memory actually works. They taught you to reread, to highlight, to review the night before. That's not memory, that's panic, and panic doesn't stick. Here's the brutal truth. Your brain deletes information on purpose. Within 24 hours, you lose 67% of what you learned. Within a week, 90% is gone. This isn't a flaw, it's a feature. The brain is ruthless about efficiency. It asks one question about every piece of information you feed it. Does this matter enough to keep? If the answer is no, it gets purged. And right now, almost everything you study is getting purged because you study in comfort, calm environment, no pressure, no stakes. And to your brain, no stakes means no priority. The Ebbinghaus Forgetting Curve has been documented since 1885. Schools have known about it for over a century. They kept teaching you the same way anyway. Sit down, reread, highlight, repeat. A method scientifically guaranteed to fail. Grandmasters broke this system. They don't have better brains. They have a different relationship with pressure, retrieval, and failure. 3 things schools never taught you. 3 things that make forgetting physically difficult. First, simulate threat before you open a single page. Before a match, Kasparov didn't visualize winning. He walked through every way he could lose, every blunder, every collapsed position, in vivid, uncomfortable detail. This is called pre-mortem visualization. And it works because the brain encodes information deeper when it believes the stakes are real. When your amygdala fires, dopamine and norepinephrine flood the system. That combination stamps information with a neural priority flag. It says, this matters, keep this. You can trigger this artificially. Write down the worst specific consequence of not knowing this material. Not vague, visceral. You blank during the interview. You freeze at the board. Make it real. Then study standing up. Cold water on your face before you start. Give yourself half the time you think you need. Artificial pressure activates the hunter brain. Information encoded in hunter mode does not decay at the same rate. That's not motivation, that's neurochemistry. Second, stop storing information as words. Store it as locations. Every world memory champion uses one method. The Method of Loci. You take a space you know perfectly, your apartment, a route you walk daily, and you place each concept inside it as an image, not a label, a scene. Absurd, vivid, spatial. The hippocampus evolved to map physical environments. It is catastrophically bad at retaining abstract data. It is extraordinarily good at retaining locations. A grandmaster doesn't remember the Sicilian defense as a sequence of moves. They remember it as a path, a landscape their brain has walked hundreds of times. Retrieval isn't an effort, it's a walk. Stop using flashcards. Turn your environment into a memory architecture. Each room holds a concept. Each object holds a detail. You don't try to remember. You move through the space. The information is already there. Third, fail on purpose. The generation effect is one of the most replicated findings in cognitive science. Attempting to retrieve information, even failing, produces stronger memory than rereading the same material 10 times. Failure is a priority flag. Grandmasters obsessively analyze losses, not wins, because the brain stamps failed retrieval with urgency. This was missing. Do not let it be missing again. Surgeons use a protocol called see one, do one, teach one. The teaching stage is where real encoding happens, because you cannot teach what you don't actually know. Your version is simple. Learn something once, close everything. Explain it out loud to an empty room. No notes, no prompts, stumble. Note exactly where you broke down. That gap is the only thing worth studying. Go back, fill it, explain again. 3 cycles and the information is no longer fragile. It is structural. 3 systems. Stress inoculation. Loci infiltration. The failure drill. Not motivational ideas. Applied neuroscience.
The same cognitive infrastructure Kasparov used to hold entire games in his mind, while a machine calculated 200 million positions per second. You now have the architecture.